Hi, I'm Chip Rossetti, writer, director, and one of the producers of the new End of Times miniseries, The Dark. Over the course of the next half an hour, we're going to hear from members of the cast, and we're going to hear their thoughts about this amazing story. Welcome to The Dark.
Wrong answer. And he's now.
Come on, just go.
Oh, God!
Mike, watch out!
Please, sit. I insist. Get.
Activate the field.
The Dark is a mini-series unlike anything that's ever been done before. What's different about it, you may ask? The Dark takes place in and during the 7th year of the tribulation. The world is in utter chaos. The United States is essentially a third world country, and Christianity has been all but wiped off the planet, save for some few small bands of believers that are basically just trying to survive until the second coming. Our story actually revolves around one of these bands of believers, not only just fighting for survival, but fighting other battles that'll play out over the course of the series.
Hey there, my name's Kevin Sizemore. I play Peter Braxton in the upcoming series, The Dark.
Hi, I'm Sarah Cleveland, and I play Melanie Braxton on the series The Dark.
Peter, where is he?
Check the door. Check the door. Danny! Danny!
Hi, I'm Kelly Bartram, and I play Jennifer in The Dark.
Hello everybody, my name's Alan Hogan and I play Blake in the new End of Times thriller from Rossetti Productions called The Dark.
Hey, Pastor asked me to round you up. He's having another meeting of the brain trust.
Anyone see you in there?
I know, right? I guess at the end of time, standards get lowered a little.
Oh, you mean a lot, right?
My name is Jessica Bell. I play the role of Adrian Worth in the Dark series.
Hey, my name is Dylan Cruz, and I play Jeremy in the Dark series.
Hi, I'm John Wells. I play Mike Swain in The Dark.
Hey, Mike. Is it really that bad out there?
It's worse.
So Peter Braxton is a pastor of a very small church in a very small country town, and some really horrible things end up happening to where they have to stay sequestered inside this church for many days. And as time goes on, without giving too much away, people are taken away from him, and certain congregation members, including himself, are finally getting the nerve to go out into the land to find out maybe if anyone could be recovered or saved, but they're still cautious because they don't know what's on the outside. So as soon as they step out those doors, there could be someone there or something there to harm them.
Civilization has been wiped out. Christianity, they are trying to wipe out, and there's a small group of us that are willing to stand up and fight.
I would have to say Jennifer probably had one of the most transformative arcs throughout the entire season. She starts out very insecure and unsure of herself and how she can even contribute in this crazy new world that they're living in. And throughout the season, she's faced with these extraordinary obstacles, and we just really see her show and sort of realize her own strength throughout here and evolve into this, much more confident young woman by the end of it, and it was very rewarding to play out.
Blake is one of the remaining believers, still alive, but he's trying to stay alive long enough until the second coming. He's described in the script as sort of a lovable goof. Given the circumstances that he's in, that side of him is rarely seen. He's very emotional, which is understandable. considering the circumstances that he's in. But even though he's scared to death, he can be a hothead when he needs to be.
Jeremy is a very tough character. He goes through a lot of ups and downs throughout the show, and I believe that he is a kind, genuine person that you would want to be friends with. I do believe he has a big heart, and hopefully you get to see that. But he also has a strong backbone. He's a sarcastic character. He's a strong-willed character, and that takes him on a really interesting journey throughout the show.
My character, I was really excited to play Adrian. She's strong. She's standing up for those that can't stand up for themselves. She's a mom. She's gone through some stuff that you'll see in the series. Right now she's not with her kids, so she's doing everything she can to provide comfort and care to those that are also without their families, and we don't know what happened to all of them. So Adrian is willing to fight also.
Melanie is the wife to Pastor Peter Braxton and mom to Daniel. And Melanie is just someone who is so passionate towards her family and very strong in her faith. Telling any more kind of gives away too much information, but she's an important part to the story behind Peter.
Of our sort of core group of survivors, Mike is he's the guy who's actually been out and experienced the world in its current sort of post-apocalyptic state. He leads small groups out on missions to gather food and supplies and brings them back to the sanctuary. He's the guy that everybody kind of has to trust and follow, but he's also kind of that dark, questionable, is he someone that they really can trust? You never really know exactly what's going on with Mike, which makes him, I think, a really fun character.
What initially attracted me to the Dark series was you're taking average, everyday people and you're putting them in situations that they can't control. So when you have something like this thing, the dark, whatever is out there, it kind of now reminds me of what's happening in our world today. There's something out there that we can't physically touch, but it's putting a lot of harm on us. And being put in those situations and those circumstances is an amazing conflict for these characters to have to go through.
I would have to say this was one of the more difficult projects I've had to work on, due to the heaviness and complexity of the entire script.
Being able to shoot this film in Kentucky was fantastic. Cold, very cold.
So there were some days where it was freezing outside, so I had my big winter coat I brought with me, which I'm so grateful for because it saved my life. Because when it was really cold, especially during night shoots, I got to wear that thing with my gloves and my scarf, and I was just so cozy in it. I hated when I had to take it off and go back on set and film, but other than that, I can't complain. It was just a very fun experience overall.
It was a long production as independent productions go. We were on it for 4 weeks, which is a considerable amount of time for an indie.
I knew it was going to be something that I'd never tackled before. In terms of, it's so emotional. There is one scene in particular. He's basically he's had it. He's at the end of his rope. He doesn't understand why this evil is being allowed to take place and why isn't, God stepping in to fix it. But then almost immediately, he snaps out of that, and his faith is just so strong where he just pushes forward.
Have you ever wished you could go back and undo the mistakes of your past?
I never stopped to really look at all the beauty and wonder that was in my life.
Their belief and their love and their hope is based on faith.
Do you lay awake at night wondering what your life would look like if only you had made different choices?
No!
What about Cassie? Do you think she'll ever forgive me?
Or maybe you would like to get a glimpse of how your future turns out and who you'll become tomorrow. For my guest, all these things and so much more are possible. Welcome to the Dream Motel. Enjoy your stay.
For every good guy, you have to have a bad guy, and the Dark has no shortage of those.
My name is Silvio Busch. I play the title character in this series called The Dark, namely, The Dark.
My name is Bishop Stevens, and I play Carlos in episodes 3 and 4 of The Dark.
Hi, I'm Adam Michaels, and I play Mitch, who is the head soldier.
Hello, I'm Joette Waters, and I play Mrs. Lane.
Hello, I'm Robert Shepard, and I had the opportunity to play a character by the name of Walter in Chip Rossetti's new TV series, The Dark.
I wouldn't say he's a nice guy, but I think, like most people, you find out that maybe there's something deeper that's going on underneath the surface.
The Dark. There's a lot of layers to that one. It's a complex character. You could say he's the quintessential antagonist with a twist. If I could give him like a contemporary nomer, I would say CEO of evil.org.
Carlos is in the trading business, and he trades some of everything. Now, keep in mind, in his mind, he's not really a bad guy. He's just not a good guy. He fulfills a need in a trying time.
The Lanes are an interesting couple to play because they feel they're doing good, but in reality, sometimes they behave rather badly. In fact, sometimes their behavior is downright chilling.
Well, Walter is loopy, and unfortunately he has sold out to the dark side and happily goes along doing some pretty bad things.
This is a different type of a apocalyptic story. There are no zombies or anything like that. It really just talks about the nature of human beings and what we could turn into or even become.
The story is about finding some sort of faith and compassion and a steady and sturdy heart and community in times where all is lost.
It's definitely a classic tale of good versus evil. A story that never gets old. You know, I mean, good versus evil has been around since time immemorial. This one has a new approach to it. It was unique, which is partially what drew me to it. The characters are real, they're complex, they're believable. Some of them are inspiring. Other of them are more reprehensible, like mine.
It's set in the last days, and it seems like that in the events we are living today, it's even more timely.
What drew me to the story was that I love suspense and thrillers, but most time they don't leave you with a message. The Dark does that.
When reading the script, it was cool to come upon these moments where you see that maybe things aren't as simple for Mitch as they might have appeared as the story first started.
I initially went for a different character, but during an audition, like the final audition for this, Chip actually kind of sprang this on me and said, "Hey, Silvio, I know you're going for this character, and I know you're totally capable of doing a fantastic job on it, but I really, really, really have your mind for this character. I thought about it more and more, and would you just please take a look at it?" So I was a little caught off guard, but I took the sides, hid for 15 minutes, and came back and did the audition for it, and Chip asked me. So I hesitated, and I looked at him. "All right, Chip, I suppose you have your Dark."
The world of The Dark is so vast that it immediately spawned a spin-off series called The Dark Forever Winter. Forever Winter has a completely different cast and a completely different storyline, but you'll find that the two stories come together in the most unique way.
It never used to be like this. I used to have a good life, but that was before. I used to live in a nice house and had nice things. I didn't know it back then, but life was good. So good. But that all changed when those like me became outcasts. Now I live like this, like an animal roaming from place to place. No place to call home, no family, no friends. When I was a girl, my daddy used to tell me, one day things would get dark, cold, bitter days filled with hatred and violence. Back then I couldn't grasp what he meant. When I was a child, I thought like a child. But that child died a long time ago. And now I understand. It never used to be like this. Before the dark.
Hi, my name is Morgan Marie and I play Alice in The Dark Forever Winter.
Hi, my name is Katie Hubbard and I played Lizzie in The Dark Forever Winter.
And my name is Chad Joyce and I play Eli in The Dark Forever Winter.
My name is Jimmy Chandler and I play Tommy in The Dark Forever Winter.
Hey, my name is Ryan Harris. I'm an actor out of Nashville, Tennessee. I had the pleasure to be a part of Forever Winter, which is a new series film coming out from Chip Rossetti, Rossetti Productions.
Lizzie is a rough, take-no-crap kind of girl. When her father died, it kind of toughened her up and turned her into the person that she was. I feel like it also helped her become a leader later on in the story, because she did have to fend for herself for a while.
A couple things about Alice is, off the bat, you can just tell that she is such a caring person and has a really big heart, and she's just willing to fight for what she believes is right and do anything for the people that she loves. And she is such an amazing person, and I love being able to play her.
Cool thing about that story is that it's almost kind of fitting to what's happening now. It's a kind of a post-apocalyptic where, you know, there's supplies are scarce and people are being hunted down, and there's just it's just a big game of survival. And the character I play is, you can't really tell if he's good or if he's bad, and you're just gonna have to watch it to find out. But there's some mysteriousness to Tommy, which is the character I play. You know, in his heart, he feels that he is doing what he is supposed to be doing, but from his actions, you may not necessarily agree with what he's doing. But so it really raises some questions. That's a really cool dichotomy to have going on, and a good conversation to have.
I'm kind of a bad dude. I'm actually a really bad dude. I'm a dark dude. I am essentially a glorified bounty hunter, and the group that I'm a part of are called the Hunters. And they're hunters for the dark, and what we do is we go around and we kidnap children, and we try to lead them back to the dark. We try to pull them away from Christianity and from the Christian influence, and trying to rid the world of that Christian influence.
You know, I read the script and it just seemed very prophetic in ways and just relatable as kind of a worst case scenario of what the world could be.
When I first got the full script, I just couldn't put it down, and I don't even like reading that much, and I'm an actor. I know it's kind of weird, but I just couldn't put it down. It was just like the things that happened, you didn't expect them to happen when you first started reading it, or even throughout it. It was just so many unexpected things happened throughout the whole story, and I'm so excited to see the outcome of this.
You guys need to check it out, The Dark Forever Winter, part of the Dark series. The other one stars Kevin Sizemore and Jessie Bell, which is a good friend of mine.
Family. That seems to be the common thread about everyone that participates in a Rossetti Productions project. And the Dark and the Dark Forever Winter are no different.
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun creatively. It was a lot of fun just because I loved the cast, and like I said, we really had this wonderful sort of family bond by the end of it.
It was just awesome to be on set and see that camaraderie of family, which you don't always get to see. And then on top of that, I got to look at people who were supporting me through the entire process. So through every take or after a shoot, I literally got encouragement from each and every one of the crew members, and it was just really awesome.
I am eternally grateful to have been working alongside such amazingly talented, humble actors and a wonderful crew who all really elevated my performance.
One word comes to mind: family. We were a family. We were a pretty tight-knit group, even though some of us never met before, but we quickly became very comfortable around each other, whether it was crew or cast. There was no egos involved. Everybody worked together. Everybody understood the mission and the vision behind the project.
I had an absolute blast working on The Dark. The cast that we had, the crew that we had was just amazing.
Everybody that I had the pleasure of working with for a couple days, everybody's so easygoing, so professional. You know, we stayed right with it. We had a lot of fun doing it, and we look forward to seeing what we've come up with. So it was a great honor to be a part of the film.
It was amazing. It's definitely one of the best experiences I've ever had on a set. We were all a family, like not even by the end. We were a family by the end, but it started in the beginning. Like as soon as I got there, I was like, this is gonna be great.
My experience on set was amazing. Everybody is super professional and at the same time very laid back and chill, which was great for the creative process. You were able to get into character and really feel the moments.
Chip gets it done. He knows exactly what he's looking for, and he has everything that he needs, and he shoots, and we move on. So it's always a good experience to have those kind of fast shoots.
It was a great experience that I miss the people, you know, that I worked with, that I got to know and became friends with.
One good memory I have from production, there were many, but one of the ones that's kind of in particular to me was it's my daughter's birthday on Halloween, and we were set to shoot that day. So unfortunately, schedules did not make it possible to make any changes. So I brought that to my family and asked how they felt about it, and they really wanted me to still take the role. So October 31st rolled around, and everyone was so kind and so sweet and worked so hard to make sure that I made it out in time to get home and dress up as our family characters for Halloween to go trick-or-treating and make it in time for my daughter's birthday. And I just thought that was, I know that's not always possible and things happen, but it was just so nice that everyone worked so hard to help me out that way.
And I just took a big deep breath in, just taking this moment, and I finally reached the end of this experience, the end of this journey. And it was so crazy to get to that moment because there were ups and downs, challenges, and there were amazing moments and exhaustion, but it was such a positive and fun experience. And I just couldn't believe that I'd gone from Chicago to Kentucky and did this. And I was just extremely proud of myself in that moment, proud of this cast and this crew. And I just remember feeling very honored in that moment to be part of this entire project and this entire journey.
I'm very grateful to have been a part of this. It was a really special production. We all worked really hard on it.
And let me say this. If you check out the series, I can tell you the quality of the production, the level of acting, the story itself will rival anything you've seen on television, and you won't be disappointed. So check it out. Thank you.
And I hope that we have a chance to reunite. Perhaps, some more episodes of the series, maybe a season 2. But first and foremost, I look forward to seeing the end result of this, because I have a feeling it's going to be pretty darn bad.
No.
Peter, what's going on?
Spread out, look around.
Peter, where is everyone?
They're gone.
How can they just be gone?
Same thing happened when they took Daniel. Took the same exact noise. Mel and I, we blacked out. When we came to, he was gone.
How long were we out?
I don't know.
Obviously long enough for the dark to come in and take everyone.
Take them where?
I think I know. I think I know where they've been taken.
What are you talking about?
So, about 2 months ago, we were out on a run. Up further than we usually go. We came across this old factory or plant or something. Something like we've seen 100 times before, but there was something weird about this place, something different. We took off, but when we were running, I looked back and I saw something.
Mike. What?
I think I saw the dark. I think he saw me.
Jeremy. It's Jeremy!
Well, there you have it. An inside look at The Dark and The Dark Forever Winter, coming soon from Rossetti Productions and Questar Entertainment.